Guys, if you're just joining us, we're hanging out with Flash during his little bit of a private time there. It's pretty unusual to see a sloth use the bathroom. You can see they come all the way down to the base of the tree and do their little potty dance and go back and forth. Normally when they're out in the wild, the sloth moth would crawl up on them and live in their fur. When they're living in their fur, they're laying their excrement and their eggs. And when they go up in the trees, they're going to groom themselves, get the remnants of the bacteria, algae, and any remnants left by the sloth moth. And when that goes inside their mouth, that's what aids them in their digestive process. Sloths digest their food through a bacterial process, unlike humans, which process their food through an enzymatic process. Yes, Flash is still alive, he's just using the bathroom. Pretty crazy to see a sloth use the bathroom. Alright, let's do this. I think what we'll do is we'll have you feed Flash, and I'll feed Zoe. Will that work?
Yep.
Alright guys, Flash is hopefully about done. He's taking his sweet time. He's definitely not like that Sherman bear you see dancing through the woods. He has a much slower cadence. But this is what it's like when a sloth uses the bathroom. Pretty crazy. And then he's probably gonna come see us. Flash, you wanna come eat? Look at that green bean. Oh, doesn't want the green bean. Picky.
Get situated here.
You want to sweep it to, oh, he's just gonna come out. He's like, I don't do that near my bathroom. He's sophisticated. I'm gonna just make it you're gonna be standing up.
Hey, Flash.
Flash, you gotta come over here just a little bit so I can close the door. Come on, man.
That might be a little bit of the modification that we do too, and we start to kind of go around the room, is move it somehow to where either up, well, no, up more wouldn't help it, but I guess maybe shorten it a little bit on one side to where you didn't have as much room over in front of the door.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I want to make it a complete loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, which will still be there, but
Yeah. Well, maybe with having a side connected over here, he might want to go that way a little sooner than he would the other way.
I was thinking, like, I wonder if I could put a hinge in it. I would, like, leave the hinge out
Yeah.
while he's coming out, and then it goes that direction.
Yeah.
Come on. I gotta close the door, my brother.
But it stays the same temperature in there as in here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want, you can start feeding him while I grab Zoe.
Okay. What do you smell? Do you smell Zoe stuff? Is that what you're wanting?
I'm gonna grab this chair. Here. Oh, sorry, Flash.
What do you do, huh?
You didn't want any of those?
Oh, there we go. It was the green bean.
Okay, I was like.
Juicy good flash.
Hello. Hey. Good. Okay. The gate is latched open when we get here. You know where to go, right? Okay. When you come through the gate, there is a pond and entry. Right behind that pond is the main house.
This is just green beans. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. We have Michaela back here feeding Flash. This is Zoe, and I'm Kevin. We're live here at Coe Riverside Farm. And this morning we don't have any encounters because we have a field trip. So we're here hanging out, feeding the animals, doing a little bit of Q&A. Michaela's eyes might be better than mine, so she might be able to read whatever you guys are saying.
Here.
I think we're gonna have to bring a tablet so we can read them. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We are located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. And if you've ever wanted to come hang out with a bunch of awesome animals, you can do that here at Coe Riverside Farm. We have over 150 animals, including sloths, obviously. And guess what? We have another sloth. We have a baby sloth. It's only like 7 or 8 months old. And that's Dash, and he is the cutest thing ever. We also have kangaroos that you can come bottle feed. We have camels that you can come bottle feed. We have Scottish Highland cows, llamas, alpacas. We have Bactrian and dromedary camels too. Where are you going, Flash?
Somebody asked where we live and how do we even get a sloth?
Well, you really shouldn't get a sloth as a pet. So we are not just, someone's house. This is a Coe Riverside Farm, and we have over 150 animals and the same kind of license that a zoo would have. So we are a USDA exhibitor. So we have to do all the same stuff that a zoo does. We're in Benton, Tennessee, which is halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. We're really easy to get to, and we're on the banks of the beautiful Ocoee River. Let's see, what state are we in? We're in Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. Where are you guys watching from? The other day we had North Pole, Alaska. So I'm curious to see if Santa is still watching. Let's see, did we miss any more? North Dakota, how is it up there? Do you guys still have snow or is it finally warmed up? Let's see what else we got. It looks like Waynesboro. Where is Waynesboro? I knew there was a Waynesboro in North Carolina. New York! I love those old salsa ads where they're like, New York City. I don't want any salsa from New York City. Was that Picante? I think so. Pennsylvania, good morning. We had someone down here yesterday from Pennsylvania. California, Maine, New Mexico. Love it, love it, love it. Where is that one? Cartersville, Georgia. You're right down the road. I live basically in Chatsworth, so you're just south of me. That's awesome. Kansas City, beautiful over there. Oh my goodness, Sloths, you're right. This is Zoe. That's Flash up above me. You guys can come to Coe Riverside Farm. You can feed sloths, you can hold sloths, you can hang out with Michaela. She's really nice. I'm just annoying, but Michaela is awesome. Let's see. All the way down in Middle Tennessee, in Florence, Alabama. Awesome, good morning. It is a sloth. That's Flash right there. Michaela's feeding Flash. Guys, we feed them green beans, which they love, sweet potatoes, squash, and zucchini. It is awesome. We got another UK. Good morning, how are you? Guys, if you want to come do this, you can go to our website at coeymriversidefarm.com. You can look at all the animal encounters we have. And guess what? We have covered wagons that have AC, and they are right on the banks of the beautiful Ocoee River. You can look out the front door and see the river, unzip the back and see zebras, camels, llamas, alpacas. It's amazing. You're welcome. Yeah, let us know if you have any other questions. So normally we would have a sloth encounter coming up at 10 a.m., but because we have field trips, we don't. So we are sitting here feeding the awesome animals and hanging out with you guys. Where are we located? We are located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. We're on the banks of the beautiful Ocoee River, and our riverside cabin and also the covered wagons are right along the river. It is beautiful. Let's see what other questions we got here. We had UK watching a minute ago. Do we have anyone further than the UK? What would that be, like Japan maybe? That'd be pretty awesome. You're coming to snuggle a sloth? Awesome, you'll love it. We had 3 people here yesterday, and 2 of them, it was their birthday, and they were little kids, and they were so excited to come hold the sloths. They both are turning 9, and they were so excited. It made their day. It was really cool. Let's see. Are we not getting any bad weather? Well, we got a lot of rain, but we'll take the rain. Because you know, they say rain makes corn, and I'm not going to sing the rest of the song, but it's a good song. Let's see what else we got here. Alright, I don't see any other questions. So guys, this is Zoe. Her birthday was December 16th, and she turned 1 year old. All of our sloths are two-toed Linnaeus sloths. So the reason that we're starting to say two-fingered versus two-toed is because it's much more like they have legs and arms than they have 4 legs. But we're really honored to be able to keep these animals and care for them and share them with all of you guys, because we feel like that's really awesome. Did you know that sloths only come down out of the trees every 7 to 10 days to use the bathroom? That's crazy. And then when they come down to use the bathroom, they lose 30% of their body weight. So think about it this way. If you weighed 200 pounds, you would be losing 60 pounds every time you use the bathroom. That's ridiculous. I think we'd need some new plumbing. How long do they live? So sloths in the wild typically only live to 20 to 30 years. The 3 oldest sloths living on record were 2 in Germany, which were Jan and Paula, and they made it to 52 and 54. And then there was another one at the Smithsonian Zoo here in the US that made it to 49. So we're pretty stoked that our sloths will outlive us. They're really awesome animals and sweet and cuddly, and we're just excited to be able to share that with people. Look how sweet Flash is. Now we don't hold Flash, but he loves to be petted and he loves hanging out. And the reason that we don't hold Flash is where he was before he came here. He was actually just behind a piece of glass and never got fed or interacted or petted. So it took about 2 years of just feeding him every day. John put in a ton of work just feeding him every day at around 10. And even if he didn't come down, he still got fed. But they developed a bond and a relationship. And after several years, Flash realized that we're his friends. So he wants to come down and hang out with us and hang out with you guys too. Let's see. Where are we located? We are located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. We have over 150 animals, including porcupines, camels, zebras, sulcata tortoises, bearded dragons, iguanas, flying squirrels, hedgehogs, Scottish Highland cows, horses and ponies. Guys, that's another really awesome thing you can do here. You can take a horse ride around the whole property. It's a great way to see the whole thing. And then what we're getting ready to start doing is hikes, llama hikes, and horseback riding out in the national forest. Who would be super stoked to come do that with us? If you're interested, send us a message. We're going to be putting it up on the website soon. Several of our staff went and got their WWOOFer certification, which is Wilderness First Responder. So we're making sure everybody stays safe, but we're excited to take people off of the farm and just show them all these beautiful waterfalls and rivers and creeks. There's just so much out here. You're gonna check out our website? Awesome, awesome. We're always working on making it better, so if it's a little rough, blame it on me. It's alright. It's alright. Alright guys, I think we're done feeding. I'm sure that we're gonna jump back on here later on. But thank you so much for watching us this morning. We do this about every morning with the exception of Sundays. So feel free to always tune in between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. Why do they hang upside down? Because they really can't support themselves standing up. They don't really walk. They only climb around. Their relaxed state is like this. So for them, it's not a lot of effort. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.